Hello to anyone's listening, and welcome back to another episode of the Tell Talks podcast. I'm your host. My name is Jess, and I'm one of Tell's producers. I am joined by Millie, one of our accounts managers. She'll be co-hosting with me today, and we are joined by Eva Malley, who has a very lovely shop and all the illustrations, and is now a bit of a TikToker by my understanding. So, do you want to tell us a little bit about yourself, Eva?
Yeah, hi, I'm Eva. I'm 23 and I'm an illustrator and I run a small business. I'm also currently at uni. I'm in my final week. I finish next Friday, which is a strange feeling.
No
Yeah, I'm
way!
from
So soon.
Brighton. I know, I'm really scared. I can't believe it. It's been like the most hectic 3 years of my life, and the fact that it's all going to be over in a week is kind of terrifying, but I'm excited.
Good. Well, do you want to tell us a little bit about how the shop sort of came to be and how it started and kind of how it all snowballed to where it is now?
Yeah, it was really like sudden and unexpected because I never really went into it thinking I'm going to start a business or anything. I've always wanted to be an illustrator, and then a few years ago, my friends were saying that they wanted some tote bags that I could design. So I was like, I'll do a few for me and my friends, and we can just, wear them around town together, all matchy matchy. So I got 20 tote bags made and sold like half of them to my friends and family, and then I put half on just like a little website, kind of like Etsy vibes. Didn't sell any for like months. And then in first lockdown, I was like really bored, had nothing to do, downloaded TikTok, posted a couple videos. One got like pretty good views and everything just like instantly sold out. And then from there, it hasn't really stopped. It's been like 2 years since that video. And yeah, it's just snowballed into suddenly a big business where I have an employee, I have an accountant, and suddenly I'm a businesswoman, which is weird to say.
Oh God, yeah. That must be so weird now that you employ people as well. Like you are an employer.
It is a lot of pressure. I have to like make sure the pay and
Yeah.
everything is right, and like I don't know, there's a lot of things you don't even think about, and then suddenly, yeah, a lot of responsibility, but I love it.
Because I was going to say, I sort of found you through TikTok. I've got a couple of your prints. I just loved your style. So, where would you say that like your style came from? Is that always sort of the style you've been into illustrating?
Yeah, it's actually so interesting because a few days ago I was looking back at all of my work from like the past 6 or 7 years, and for a long time I didn't think I had a style, and now that I'm like fully into being an illustrator, I look back and I can see so many features that were there like since I was a teenager, which is really sweet. Like knowing it's always there. I've always been very like a doodler, I think is the best word. All of my
Yeah,
like books at school were covered in like little doodles, and it's like a very therapeutic thing. Like I always get it if I'm on the phone and I've got like a pen in front of me, everything would just be like covered in like little doodles. So I think it's like a very natural thing for me to just be drawing lots of like little detailed pieces, and then over time it's kind of expanded into like the style that I've come up with at the minute, which is like inspiration from my friends a lot. I do a lot of things on like everyday life. I'm really trying to like be more confident with the meaning behind my pieces, because for a long time I was like, I'm an artist but I don't do like deep art, and I felt like I wasn't a
mm,
proper artist because I wasn't, I don't know, talking about really good deep issues that you get with a lot of artists. So at the minute I'm just really enjoying like the viewpoint that I have is personal to me, and
yeah,
kind of approaching the world that I see it how I see it, and not having to be like, oh, this has to mean something really deep, because I'm not that kind of person. Like I just like to
yeah,
vibe. I just like to draw my friends and draw what I'm getting up to, and like experiences I have in my life. And sometimes going through that you realize that it's maybe something that's like shallow. You think it's shallow at first, and the more you draw about it and the more you like delve into it, it has got a deeper meaning. And it's like kind
mm,
of finding the beauty in like very simple situations and everyday things that people go through, and kind of finding the beauty in them, which is what I enjoy.
yeah, yeah. Because I saw that you did a. Is it a zine? Is that how you pronounce it? One of
Yeah.
the small designs, and about girls in the club bathroom. When you just had a breakup or something's happened. I thought like
Or
I feel
even
like we
when you're
can relate
happy in
to
your
that.
relationship, by the way. People in the
Yeah,
bathroom will be
but
like, break up with him.
Yeah, we've all been in the club bathroom, something's going down, and just that, yeah, that sense of like, oh, we all know how that feels, and yeah, I really love that. I really enjoyed
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, everything always comes from things that I'm going through or my friends are going through, and, like, at the time I made
Mm.
that, it was for a uni project, and I had, like, 0 ideas, and then that night I was talking to my friends, and both of them were going through breakups, like, in the same week of, like, long-term
Oh gosh.
relationships. I know, it was a hectic time in our friendship group, very hectic. But yeah, speaking to them, and then that kind of like just the conversations we were having, and being like feeling really unhinged in a public place, and like feeling really heartbroken, you're trying to act normal, and then you go out and like you're drunk, and it just like all these weird experiences. And it, yeah, that zine came from just like all of us talking about our very strange heartbreak experiences being in public and just losing yourself. So yeah, definitely enjoying doing those kind of experiences at the minute.
Lovely, yeah.
Oh, nice. Well, I don't know if you found this, Millie, but just on the subject of like art for the sake of art that you want to make, for those that don't know, Millie and I went to uni together on the same course. We were both
That's
at
so sweet.
University of York, and we both did theatre. And did you take script writing too, Millie, or did you do DMP?
Yeah, I did script writing too, yeah.
Script writing too. So I wrote a script in script writing, and the feedback I got on it was, "What is the meaning behind this?" And I was like, "It's a comedy script. Like, why can't it just be funny? Like, why can't the
Yeah.
reason why they say things be because it's funny? Why do the curtains have to be blue? Like,
Yeah.
like it's one of those things."
Um,
Like, and I remember just being like fuming at this feedback. Fair enough, the script didn't do very well, but it was funny, and people thought that it was funny. And people in my
Mm.
seminar group were like defending it, being like, "Why can't that be the case?" And I think
Start the
people just
debate.
artists sometimes take themselves too seriously, just in all forms of art. Just people that are just like, this is red because I want it to be red. That is just the best, I think.
I
More
like
of
the
that.
colour.
Yeah, yeah. It should be as simple as that, but there you
This
have
is
it.
like, I get this issue at uni sometimes where like I feel like you're almost looked down on if you want to just create what you want instead of having to do something that's like life changing. Like sometimes
Mm.
they want you
Exactly.
to create a piece of work that's going to like change the world, inspire millions of people, and it's like I just want to draw me and my friends, and like I don't think there's anything wrong with that. And like I've always wanted to go into like more commercial illustration. Like I want it to be my job. Sometimes you do have to make more like, I don't know, relatable work so people will buy it. And like I don't think there's anything wrong with wanting to go in that direction of like, I want people to know me, I want people to like my work, and I need to make money from it. So you don't have to do like loads of abstract, out of the world, crazy work to enjoy yourself and be a true artist.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. It is just that. One of my favorite artists is Wednesday. Oh, I can't remember their last name for the life of me, but their Instagram handle is "Hello, my name is Wednesday," and
Yeah,
their
yeah.
art
Know
is
them.
just they do the mental health checkpoint things. They are mint. All their art is just um, pretty things that look calming and feel like home. It's as simple as that, and the writing on them is just like tiny little like round letters in no fancy fonts or anything, just being like, everything is okay, the sun is shining, drink water today, and stuff like that. And it's
Oh.
just like, why can't people enjoy things like that? And it does become more accessible, I think,
Mm.
to people who you are selling to, 90% of which do not have a fine art degree. So,
Yeah,
and they're not looking for the big deep meanings. They just want pretty things, and so
100%. I
just
think it resonates more with people, and it doesn't like alienate people. I actually did my dissertation on a similar subject, but just saying like, you no longer have to go to an art gallery. Like you might not feel comfortable in spaces like that, and you can just go on your phone and scroll down Instagram and see something that you really relate to, or like it really resonates with you. And I think that kind of shift into more social media side of things has been a really good thing in so many ways, because a lot of people feel just genuinely more comfortable with like the art space and not feeling like, oh,
Mm.
I haven't grown up, because I didn't grow up in like an arty family. I didn't grow up in like a middle class, when it's really normal to be involved in the art world. And sometimes you do feel a bit out of place, like, oh, am I like good enough? Am I posh enough to be in the art world? And then suddenly social media happens, and anyone that can draw can have a platform. And I think it's just such a nice thing to have that more level playing field rather than how it was before.
Yeah, definitely.
yeah,
Do you think
absolutely.
that how was TikTok sort of, or other platforms that you use sort of blown up your art? How do you feel about sort of being a creator on those platforms?
Yeah, I'm proud of it. I feel like it's kind of
You should be,
a
yeah.
taboo to be like,
Good,
"I'm a
yeah, definitely.
TikToker." I mean, before I started posting on there, I never thought in a million years, like, my platform would be TikTok. I just thought it was for, like, cringy lip sync videos and, like, dancing. I'm like, "That's not me." But
It
when I
was for a
downloaded it,
while.
yeah, still is a lot of it, but, I found some, like, amazing creators on there, and there are so many cool people on TikTok at the minute doing really, really, really cool stuff, and people tend to, like, look down on it or just like, "Oh, it's just this weird, like, cringy app." But TikTok has, I mean, it fully changed my life 100%, and the algorithm on TikTok is really different to different platforms, which I think is why so many people have gained, like, quick success from it, because the algorithm, it means like anyone with 0 followers could suddenly go viral overnight, and you don't have that on like Twitter or Instagram as much, where like if you had 0 followers no one would see your stuff. So I think TikTok, it's been amazing for me. It has completely changed everything. Like, I owe literally about 95% of my business to people I found on TikTok. But I always say to everyone, like, don't be put off by doing video content, or don't think it's cringy. You don't have to be cringy, you know. You can just post what you want.
Yeah,
Just
Yeah,
posting like
make what you
sketchbook
make.
videos, like, that's fine. And you never know what can happen. I just think it can open so many doors, and it's so worth just like testing it out for a bit.
definitely. Well, one of my favorite TikTok accounts, right? I've been on TikTok for about a week. I refused it for so long because I knew I'd get addicted to it. And then we're doing a lot of work with TikTok at the minute. I was like, I should probably be on it, shouldn't I? And because of finding guests for the podcast and stuff, it's hard to, like, how do you just dream up people? Like, and how do you get hold of them? So I was like, right, TikTok's the way to go. And on my first half hour on TikTok, I found this account. It was called something like, this isn't the name, but it was called something like Secret Fireplace. And it was these people that had bought a house and they'd found like a window in their fireplace and there was something in there and they were just like chipping away at the brick. And it was a box of like just old stuff. And it was 3 videos on that account. There was nothing else on that account. And it had got like millions and millions of views. And sure
Mm.
enough, I sat and watched the whole thing. I watched like 15 minutes of them just chipping away at this brick. I was like, I've got to know what's in the box.
What's in
So
the
yeah,
box?
so what? Yeah, it was a great account. If anyone knows the username, I can't remember it for the life of me. But what are some of your favorite sort of accounts and sort of videos to watch? Then, are you like what part of TikTok are you on?
Oh god, I'm gonna expose myself now. I'm very much on the art side for sure, and like the small business side, but I have such a passion for like fridge organization ASMR videos. I don't know if
Oh,
it's
they're
weird,
brilliant.
but when they're like putting all the Coke bottles in the fridge and they like slot
Yeah,
in, oh my god, I genuinely waste like hours of my life watching these organizational videos. And I'm such a messy person as well, so I don't relate to it at all. But watching someone else tidy up, it just like scratches a part of my brain that needs
Yeah.
scratching. So I
And they've all
love a
got
bit of
these little
it is.
ASMR.
boxes, haven't they? They put stuff in the
Oh my
fridge
god,
and it's all like so organized. Could
obsessed.
never be me.
Yeah,
I love
Millie,
it
what
so much.
TikTok are you on?
It's so random. It goes in waves. Sometimes it's really, I'm like, oh yeah, this is cool stuff. This is very obviously tailored to me. And then it's really random and it just swings to the other thing. But I have a lot of like little duck videos, like ducks swimming, ducks running around the
I'm on
house,
TikTok.
little chicks, maybe because it's spring, who knows. But yeah, a bit random.
That's so cute.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that account. I think it's called Ducks in Space. They are just soothing for the soul. Oh, the other one. Do you watch the Sylvanian family dramas thing?
Yes,
It is my favourite thing ever. It is so
I love it so
funny. I think it's called Sylvanian Dramas. For anyone that's not watched it, it is hysterical.
they're so sassy. And I used to love Sylvanian families when I was a kid. That was my favourite toy. And
Same.
seeing them go through
Me
all
too.
these like dramatic scenarios is my favourite thing.
They're the
It's
best.
like
Oh god,
reality
let me howl.
TV.
It's so funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it is the best. Anyway,
I love
shout out Sylvanian Dramas.
it.
So just on to kind of the future of sort of art and the kind of things that you do. How would you sort of, what would your best advice be for someone who was hoping to do a similar sort of thing that was like illustrating and starting to want to maybe sell things of their own? What would you say to those people?
Yeah. I would definitely say use social media to your advantage. I mean, it's free, and I think post as much as you can without pushing yourself. I always think quality over quantity personally. But yeah, post as much as you can that is quality work that you want out there. And if you haven't had any experience of like commissions or anything, set yourself like your own projects. Something that's really helped with me is like if I spend a considerable amount of time on my own personal project and then post it, I usually get brands then coming to me from that because they can see like the beginning and end of a project. Like when I did the zine one, I got a few commissions off of that because they liked the way I did a narrative, things like that. So I say treat your social media just like a really good portfolio. And also, don't be afraid to be yourself. I think a really important thing about showing up on social media is that you should always be professional to some extent, but I think people overthink how professional you should be. And I think one of the best things that I did was just be myself on social media because people relate to you more, and it's more about like the person behind the brand, not just like post your product and then go. It's like they want to know who you are, what you're up to, and that's like a really amazing part of social media is the community aspect. So I'd say just like really go for it. Don't feel like shy or timid. Just interact with loads of people and post what you want and just have a good time. Like, don't overthink it. Don't worry about likes, don't worry about followers. Just post work that you like, and yeah, good things will come.
Absolutely. Sound advice, I'd say. Lovely. So, what are you kind of hoping to see in the future then? Like, what do you want to see more of?
I think right now on social media, there is a really exciting wave of women taking control of their businesses, their work, their art, and having, like I said earlier, a platform that was not there historically in art galleries and stuff. So I really would love to see just more strong, independent women taking autonomy over their work and doing things independently and not having like the pressure of being controlled by, I don't know, companies and stuff. So yeah, I would love to see that. That's the most inspiring part personally for me being in this space, is how many like incredible illustrators I've met that are just absolutely bossing it. And I just, yeah, would love to see more of that. It's so inspiring.
Good,
Yeah,
I'd love
that's
to see it.
amazing. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So, what do you
what's
reckon is
next
next for you then? Oh, snap. There you go.
on it?
I love that. I'm honestly not too sure. I've got some goals. I mean, at the minute, I think last year and this year was the time for me to spend on my shop. I've built that to like a really good level now. And it's kind of, I want to explore some other avenues. I still love my shop more than anything. But yeah, this past few months, I've been doing some more like commission client work, which has been so rewarding. I've really, really, really enjoyed doing work for brands and stuff. So I think I want to kind of make all the areas of my career a little bit richer. So build up the commission work, build up the shop, and just enjoy my life a bit more because I've just been doing uni for 3 years and it's just been very intense.
Yeah, you
So
sound
yeah,
great.
I just want to live my life and take things a bit slower and just explore, because with illustration and with small businesses as well, there are so many different areas you can go into. And I'm talking about doing some collabs maybe in the future, things like that, just exploring everything, I think, in the next few years. And then hopefully in like 10 years' time, I would love to still be doing illustration and just be like a good big name. I don't know how to describe it. Just like
Yeah.
an illustrator that people know and they want to get on projects that are centered around like young women finding themselves in life.
Yeah, absolutely. Why not? So, is the aim to like, I keep telling people when I ask these questions, you need to dream big. I'm talking like Netflix documentaries. You need like
Mm.
a campus for your business, those kinds of things. I'm like, guys, you've got to speak it into the world. Like, it will come to you. I'm telling you. If it's recorded on this
Manifest it.
podcast, it has to happen.
It's the
So
gospel
yeah,
truth.
absolutely. Why not? Yeah. So as
True.
we're heading into the last 10 minutes, you've entered into everyone's favorite part of the podcast, which is where I ask who would play you in a film about your life.
You know what? I only get one person that people say I look like. I personally can't see it whatsoever, but I can't even class it as a hate comment, but I got a comment on my TikTok a few months ago that really made me laugh, where someone said I look like an ugly Katy Perry. So I feel like maybe it'd be Katy Perry. I don't personally see it. And
Oh,
also,
rude.
ugly
Oh.
Katy Perry, I will take that. I mean, she's absolutely stunning. So if I'm the ugly version of her, like, I'm fine with that. It's quite a compliment. So maybe Katy
Yeah.
Perry. She does some acting.
Go for it.
Or just someone that has
Right.
chaotic energy, but I can't think of a good actress that is just like a bit unhinged. Oh, what's that one? Aubrey something.
Aubrey Plaza.
Aubrey Plaza.
Oh, yeah, maybe her. A mix
Yeah,
between
to
them
be
two,
fair.
I feel like would be a good one.
So, Millie, what's your
Katy-
answer? Add yours to
Katy
the
Perry
mix.
and Aubrey Plaza in the movie together.
Yeah, their love child.
Oh, I don't know. Well, you said I look like someone from Game of Thrones. I can't remember her name now. Gemma.
Oh, the girl that plays Marjorie. Oh my God, what's her name? Natalie. Is it Natalie Dormer?
Oh, I was thinking of someone else. I'll take Natalie Dormer. I'll have her.
What
Yeah.
was it? Was it her?
Gemma Whelan, I think, was the other one, but who plays Theon's sister? Sorry, this is getting very
I don't know
intimate.
these people.
Anyway,
I can't remember
backtrack.
who Theon is.
I'll take
Game of Thrones
I'll
was
take
that
Natalie
long
Dormer.
ago.
I know. So much has happened since.
Do you remember that coming
But
out?
yeah.
That was in our first year of uni, and there was like one person with a Now TV account, and we all went to their flat to watch it.
Yeah.
And it was on at
I
like 4 in the
remember-
morning, wasn't it? Because
I
it
remember
obviously is
saying that for
American.
the finale. We go to bed and be like, see you in a few
Yeah.
hours, and go downstairs.
Yeah.
What about you, Jess? Who play
I love
you?
that. My answer is Felicity Jones.
Good one.
I think. She
Why
was
do I
Chalet
always think-
Girl. She was I can't remember her name, but Stephen
Girl,
Hawking's
right.
wife in The Theory of Everything. She
Oh,
was
yeah.
in
I know
Rogue
well.
One. Yeah. I don't think I look like her especially. But she is from Nottingham, and I've got to represent the Midlands. But we were trying to figure this out not long ago, and I can't remember who I was with that was like, I'm not gonna lie, there's just, you can close your eyes and point at a white woman with dark hair and be like, that looks like you. So I kind of take that. I call that a fair comment.
Fair enough.
But so far in the cast, right, so this is a test of memory now. So recorded the esports episode yesterday that will come out a week after this episode, but the answers were Zendaya and I can't remember who Jake said now. We've also had Danny DeVito, Emilia Clarke, Tom Hardy. I can't think of the rest, but I like what film is this shaping up to be? Like, what do I imagine is going to happen in this film?
It's a bonkers
It's gonna win
series.
Best Picture at the Oscars.
Yeah.
Yeah, manifest, guys.
I mean-
It's going to be the Oscar.
Yeah.
10 years' time.
I mean, speaking of series, while we're here, because I asked Gitta Mary here this question, and this is selfish because I have nothing to watch at the minute. Because I've finished Drive to Survive. Another episode of Moon Knight doesn't come out until next Wednesday. We've tasked Millie with Drive to Survive as well. What are you
I'm slowly
watching at the
getting
minute,
there.
Eva? What are you going to recommend?
Oh, mine is so embarrassing. I am really embarrassed to admit that I love reality TV. It actually
not
gets me through
embarrassing.
life. I just think it is a little bit. I think because my life is so not dramatic, there's something about watching drama that just
You
makes
want
me like, it
craving the drama.
satisfies me. Yeah. If I get any drama in my life, I just shut down. Like, I can't deal with it. But watching people fight on TV just brings me a little bit of like, I don't know, it's like watching a car crash. So I've been watching Selling Sunset, which is good,
Is it good?
but it is trashy.
Ah.
I've heard of
Interesting.
Below Deck as well.
Oh, someone recommended that to me.
Yeah, with all
Oh, is
like
that
the
the yacht
people
thing?
who work on the yachts and stuff. Yeah.
Mm.
I do watch like
Juicy,
Made
I
in
imagine.
Chelsea and stuff, so I probably would enjoy it.
Oh, I can't bring myself to watch Made in Chelsea. I ended up watching one episode once, and I was just like, "What? Literally, what is happening?" Like,
It's
Did
so
not get
like
it.
it feels so alien that I enjoy watching it. It's strange. I know that if I was ever in like a world like that, it would just be awful. But I don't know, something about watching them and like going for their
it
tea in the
scripted?
morning and then I just love it.
is Made in Chelsea scripted?
I think it's a
I think it's like
mixture.
real people and like real lives, but I think they probably do tell them like go shout at that girl or something.
Yeah. And yeah,
Right.
like in this scene, talk about this. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I love it.
Mm.
A bit bizarre.
I had a phase in the last lockdown of watching Dance Moms clips pretty obsessively.
Same.
Yeah,
Abby Lee
but
Miller.
isn't
Is
there
that
a
her
lot
name?
of problems with Dance Moms? Like behind the scenes, wasn't it a bit?
It seemed very abusive and weird.
Yeah,
And like
yeah.
these poor children, honestly, the amount of trauma they're gonna have growing up is just
Oh gosh.
yeah. But it's like toddlers and tiaras. I don't think that should have been on TV, honestly. Children pageants are
Oh no.
just
That's questionable.
awful. Child abuse.
Oh, if you like reality TV, I don't know how I stumbled on this. It came up recommended on my YouTube. There's this wild, I mean, of course it's on TLC, this wild TLC series called like I Love a Mama's Boy. And it is the wildest thing you have ever seen in your
Oh my
life.
God.
It's like red flag city quality viewing though. It's like the best.
What is
Yeah,
it just
absolutely.
about like boys that love their mums too much?
Yeah, it's about like I think it's couples. I think they only do it with couples. So like these people are like married or have long-term relationships. Like some of them have kids and stuff, but they like still go around their mums every day, and their mums are like, "Well, I'm grandma, so I should this, and this." And it's like,
Like really overbearing. Oh,
Oh
yeah,
no.
yeah.
It is a red
So
flag.
that's your afternoon sorted. You're welcome.
Yeah, honestly. As soon as I finish uni, oh my God, I need to binge watch so many things. That'll be the first on the list.
Absolutely.
report back to us.
I think the day
See what you
after
think.
we finished uni, I binged The Queen's Gambit all in one day.
Oh, that was a good one. I
It
love
was
Queen's
so
Gambit.
good though. It was
Mm.
incredible. I mean, Anya Taylor-Joy is obviously great. Maybe we'll have her on the podcast one day. Who knows?
Yeah,
But
manifest
I
it.
just think she was
Manifest.
mint. Yeah, absolutely. Speaking into the world. Anya Taylor-Joy, if you're listening, hit me up. So we'll start to round up. So is there anything you want to plug at the end of this episode?
Probably just my socials and my shop. I'm Eva Malley Art on all socials, and then my shop is evamalley.com. I will be taking it slow over summer, I think, but then after that, I want to get straight back into lots of new products, lots of new drops, lots of new exciting commissions. Hopefully, I've got a few things in the works, so stay tuned. But yeah, you can find me anywhere and just watch me be like a mess of like a girl that accidentally fell into doing a business and just stumbles through like every single day.
Perfect
But
content.
you're bossing it, so the only way is up.
Thank you. It doesn't feel like it. I think on Instagram it looks like I'm bossing it, but oh my God, it's just, yeah, breakdown central at the minute.
Nothing wrong with
Fair
that.
enough.
Well, anyway, to round up, thank you very much for giving us your time and coming on the podcast. Millie, thank you for joining me from the next room.
You're welcome.
Thanks to anyone who is listening, and I'll see you in the next episode. Tra for now.